When I was a kid, I was staying with this old lady, right? And she was taking care of me. And she was infatuated with Michael Jordan. Watched every game. This lady had to be in her 60s, 70s, probably her 70s. And she was infatuated with Michael Jordan. And she made me watch every game with her, or at least as many as she could get me to watch with her. You know, at that time, I wasn't really into basketball. But then I started watching and started seeing how magical Michael Jordan was. And this is around his third championship. So that's about when I got into basketball. I didn't grow up watching hoops, so I didn't know anything about Larry Bird. When I used to play 2K and NBA Live and these different games with my brothers, one of my brothers who's more knowledgeable about the sport, he used to pick Larry Bird on his all-star team. And Larry Bird would be knocking threes down and doing everything. And I thought he was just an extremely overhyped character on the game because I had never really seen any footage. But my brother knew, he just never told me. You know, he never told me how good this guy was. So fast forward to years later, I'm doing the YouTube reactions and whatnot. And then someone wants me to react to some Larry Bird footage. And I see that it's some of the most amazing highlight footage and some of the greatest stories in the NBA. I mean, personally, today I think the NBA is trash, so I don't watch the sport today. But, you know, back in the day when it was more competitive, it was, you know, I like that competitive nature and the skilled players. But what we are here for today is to do another Larry Bird reaction. This is Larry Bird takes Dennis Rodman to school, okay? That's a tough task because Dennis Rodman is an incredible defender. There's no balls he won't touch to you know, on the court to stop the play from happening. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting to see. We're going to go ahead and get right into the reaction. Give me a second here. Let's go.
Leaves it for Bird into the lane.
That's good defense.
Blocked by Lambeer. It's good defense. He screams for a foul. Gets no satisfaction. Bird over Rodman. Drew the foul.
He drew the foul. Good D.
First foul of the game is
Rodman is going to let you know that he's there.
Picked up by Rodman, who will soon be profiled in Sports Illustrated.
Well, Rodman played him the way that you should. He got right up on Bird and challenged him to make the drive. Bird with the tough fadeaway jump.
I didn't see the foul, but
doesn't get anything but the iron, but get fouled in the process. But if you're going to play Larry Bird, you have to play him for that perimeter game first.
Parrish knocked that away, but Rodman gets the layup.
Put back.
Talk for a minute while I clear my throat.
All right, well, the Boston Celtics still have the tempo in their favor, and, of course, they'd like to get Kevin McHale involved in the game. He is really yet to shoot the ball after a tough ball game the other night.
It's that defense.
Another turnover for Boston. The Frog has gone late left quarter, number one. Isaiah banks it up. It won't go. Good job, Rodman. That won't go for him. Parrish. Bird.
Oh, I love this. This is big boy stuff here. Isolation, one-on-one.
They clear the zone. It's Bird one-on-one with Rodman.
Well, again, Rodman has done a good job.
Oh, and cooked him.
But he's going to make some of those.
Oh, man, I think he warmed that one up to 400 degrees.
Rodman did all you can legally do.
Short.
Rodman.
Oh, it was a board hound.
There's a hostile crowd here at the Boston Garden because they don't understand why they don't get all the rebounds. Rodman gets that one and they start to boo their own team.
Larry Bird in the lane.
Good move. Good move.
Bird has 8 points to lead all scores. 3:20 to Detroit. 9 on the shot clock. Bird fakes, unloads, and Rodman fouled it.
Wow.
I say it every time I do a Boston game, but Dominique Wilkins had the greatest quote anybody's ever had about Larry Bird. He said, when you're playing against him, you're looking into the eyes of an assassin.
Poetry in motion.
Well, that's true. A talking assassin at that. But Bird was being played very tight, and Rodman did an excellent job against him. And then Bird beat him with a couple of inside moves. He loosened up, and what does Bird always like to do first? Fake before he shoots. Rodman goes for it, and that gets Dantley in the game, and Bird a 3-point.
You know, it bothers me that I still debate in my mind who's better between LeBron James and Larry Bird. You know what I mean? Because if LeBron James, if they're both entering the draft at the same time, who are you going to pick? You know, with LeBron James, you know you're going to make it to the finals quite a few times, no matter who's on that team. All right, he's just going to get there. But with Larry Bird, he has more heart than most players I've ever come across, like Michael Jordan. There's very few on that list that just has the heart, the skill, the tenacity, the clutch ability to win. And I'm the type of person, I respect that type of gameplay. I like to watch it. You know what I mean? So it's like talent and skill versus like, you know, still talent, but heart. You know, it's tough because I'm originally from Cleveland. So it's sacrilegious to not pick LeBron James, but I struggle with it. You know, I struggle because watching these highlights, it's admirable.
Try to find Larry Bird.
Ames finds him in three-point country. Good job by Ames. Outscored Boston 30-4.
Well,
beautiful move. Tough move.
And Bird comes in with the big drive.
Like even when LeBron was in Cleveland, you know, Dwayne Wade was my favorite player because I thought Dwayne Wade had more heart than LeBron James. I like LeBron James. I wasn't like putting one against the other, but if you were asking me, you know, which player I liked better, I like Dwayne Wade because regardless of his size, regardless of his shortcomings on, you know, being able to spread the floor, not being a good 3-point shooter, he still was an incredible defensive player, and he always, especially young Wade, you know, he didn't take a day off many days when he got on that court. So that's what I enjoyed about him. And he wasn't shy in the big moments versus LeBron is going to defer most of the time, especially in the biggest moments, and it would just drive everybody crazy.
Gilmore sets the pick. Now it dissolves. Bird one-on-one with Rodman.
Oh. That's disrespectful.
Gilmore and Lambert shove it one another. Rodman the foul. His third.
Well, again, the thing that Rodman has to remember is Bird is
They need to show the replay.
twice as dangerous inside with penetration and making passes about 20 feet away from the hoop.
Bird shoots the J.
He's one of them agitating players that pump fakes, and his pump fake, his shot is so threatening, you just might bite off it. You know, you're kind of hoping that he would shoot, really, but it's nice. You know, he's just pump faking like Kobe did that a lot.
He's got 29. 2:25. Isaiah wants a three-point play. Finds Rodman. Block McHale. Rodman again. No. Perry. Rebound.
Rodman might not be able to create his own shot, but man, he will outwork most of the people on the court on his team.
A foul on Rodman. And Parrish comes up hurting a little bit after.
He just had a different engine.
That one, he's had back problems. Rodman's fifth.
Well, you'll take a look and you'll see the help that Bird gets from Robert Parrish. Just a little bit of a screen, and that's all he needs. A sliver of daylight, and it's up and down, and now the Boston Celtics have a chance to make it a 10-point lead.
There's something to be said about players that not only shrink in the big moments, they kind of shine in it. They kind of relish in it. You know, it's like the moment they've been waiting for to embarrass you, and that's kind of how they get their rocks off. It's kind of a fun thing to watch. And there's very few players in that league, but Larry Bird is one of them. I mean, the way he'll just call an ISO on the best defender on the team just so he can put your skills to the test, because he's that competitive. It's a fun thing to watch. I think that's what the NBA is missing today. The competitive nature. They still have the skills, I think, but it's not as competitive as it used to be. These guys were probably not all going to the club together after they probably were smoking cigars and eating steaks and stuff, but they were not friends, and I think that made for good entertainment. But that's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think in the comments section below. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date whenever I post. And until next time, peace.
Yeah! Look what I have created! I have made fire! I have...